black line. Black line.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. How about you, sir?
I'm fine, thanks.
So just 5 minutes, sir. Within 5 minutes, we'll start, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So I can share my screen, is that right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, okay.
A very good and warm morning to everyone. I'm Shruti Vandana from Department of Nutrition, Food Service Management and Dietetics. Take the privilege in comparing today's program on body image issues. A day without a prayer is a day without blessings, and a life without prayer is a life without power. Let us all invoke the blessings of Almighty with prayer.
शिरस्तव निवास जगत् प्रणामे दृष्टि सदा दर्शनेषु भवत्तनूना नमो भगवते तस्मै कृष्णाय अद्भुतकर्मणे जगत्क्रीडति यो यतः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति
Sunshine is a welcome thing. It brings a lot of brightness. With great honor and pleasure, I would like to welcome our Madam Principal, Dr. R. Geeta, Senior Vice Principal, Madam of Self-Finance, Dr. C. Victoria Priscilla, Dean of New Age Science and Technology, Dr. B. Subhashini Ma'am, and our beloved Head of the Department of Nutrition, Food Service Management and Dietetics, Mrs. S. Mahalakshmi Ma'am. It gives me a great honor and immense pleasure to welcome our chief guest for the day, Dr. Chinnadurai Rajeshwaran, consulting physician in diabetes, obesity and endocrine from the London Obesity and Endocrine Clinic. And I'm proud to welcome our alumna of our college, Ms. Varsha, specialist dietitian, London Obesity and Endocrine Clinic. Now I call upon Sahrin Tabasam to introduce our guest for the day.
Thank you, Shruti. Good morning, everyone. Dr. C. Rajeshwaran is a consultant physician in diabetes, obesity, and endocrinology, and up until recently working in a large hospital within the National Health Service, United Kingdom. He has clinics across the UK, including clinics at Nuffield Hospitals, Leeds, the reputed the London Obesity Clinic, at 10 Harley Street, London, as well as the Global Weight Management Organization, Simply Weight. With over 20 years of experience in the field of diabetes, obesity, and endocrinology, he is extremely passionate about helping people with obesity, particularly for those with diabetes. His specialist interests include complex severe obesity, diabetes, and diabesity. He has helped heal and transform the lives of thousands of people over the year, and as of 2023, will be helping the people of India. Dr. Raj provides a specialist dedicated service to help people make the right changes to sustain that treatment, whether that be related to weight or diabetes. He has team of specialists with experience in various medical fields, and together they work as a team to create a specialist medical plan for each individual. Alongside his main profession, Dr. Raj has released a series of publications and presentations to his credit. He has been a speaker at international events as well as contributing to the press by making public appearances on national TV and contributing articles on obesity to major newspapers.
Thank you, Sehrin. Don't let your mind bully your body. Stop trying to fix your body. It was never broken. Whenever you feel sad, just all they care about is you. With further no delay, let's all connect with Dr. Raj for a scientific session on body image issue.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. And I can see that there are at least 60 people viewing. And thank you very much for inviting me to speak. And I'm very grateful to Dr. R. Geeta, Principal, Dr. C. Victoria Priscilla, who's a Senior Vice Principal, and the Dean, Dr. V. Subhashini, and Mrs. S. Mahalakshmi, who has coordinated this event. Right, okay, let me briefly introduce you why I'm so passionate about body shaming and obesity. So I graduated from Madurai Medical College and left India more than 25 years ago. And I've been specializing in obesity in London for the last 25 years. And I've come back to help my country. So what I've learned in the last 25 years is human beings are the same everywhere. Every country has got its own problems. And in the last 10 years, body shaming has become a very serious problem. But it's been invented by us. Every culture has its own body shaming. So what I'm going to do is in my talk for the next, say, half an hour or 40 minutes, I'm going to talk about body shaming, obesity, and how you can get over it. And it's very rampant. So I do I do several obesity clinics in the UK and now in Chennai as well. But what I've always seen is that 90% of my patients are women and only 10% are men. But if you see the prevalence of obesity, it's similar for both men and women. So more women are coming to seek help because of the worry of body shaming, not because of their health. So that's very serious. So this is why it's very important to fight back against body shaming. So let me go to the history of body shaming. I'm going to share my screen. See, this is the image of Venus of Willendorf. And this is a small figurine, that's a sculpture, which was found 30,000 years ago. So if you see this image of a woman 30,000 years ago, this was what was, people prayed and they thought this was the best image of a woman. But now in the media, in magazines, and in whatever the social outlets are there, people classify and think that there's a different shape to a woman's body, and that's completely wrong. So what I'm trying to tell you is, this is all invented by the media. So every image you see in the social media, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, is all created by media, created by commercial organizations. So it is completely transformed in the 30,000 years. So body shaming is not just limited to body weight. It could be anything. It could be the color of the skin. It could be if you're too tall, you could be shamed. It could be if you're too short, you could be shamed. It could be anything. So if you can see the image over here, this is one of the studios from United States. Here, people are shamed if they're too fair. Same thing in London. If you're too fair, you're shamed by your colleagues. And say they go for this studio called fast tanning. So for a half an hour session, you pay about 20 pounds, which is around 2,000 rupees. You pay 2,000 rupees to get yourself darker. So the problem is not yourself. The problem is the media. The problem is the culture. Every culture has got some sort of body shaming going on. And that is the biggest problem. So we need to fight against it. So let me come back to the weight, because currently, if you see the disparities, and if you see the maximum number of discrimination is for weight. So this is why we need to fight back. We need to fight back against discrimination against obesity. So who is body shaming? I think it's a very important question to ask. And why do people body shame? What I've learned from my experience is people who body shame have got a problem. They usually have a problem of their own. So if someone is trying to body shame another person, they've got some innate problem, either in their childhood or in their family, or they have underconfidence, they have got low self-esteem, and that is why they're body shaming. So what I want people to do is to first start appreciating themselves. Each one of us has got a unique body. So there is a saying, more so in the UK, that don't try to carpet the world. You know, you can't go and carpet the whole world. There's a lot of thorns around. You can't go and carpet everywhere. But what you can do is you can wear a good footwear. And that is what I am advising, is don't try to correct people. The first step in body shaming is to correct yourself. You need to think that you are the best, you're unique, you're beautiful, and that is the first step. So why do I say this? So let me take you through to a forest in Africa. So there are lots of wildebeest. You know, there's lots of wild buffaloes and cows running in the forest. And there is a tiger chasing it. So the tiger only kills one buffalo. But it always picks up the buffalo even 10, 15 minutes before it attacks. How does it do it? Because it knows that that particular buffalo is nervous, it is scared, it is weak. So this lion or the tiger attacks that weak buffalo, and that weak buffalo gets killed. Out of the millions of buffaloes, there is only one buffalo gets killed by the tiger. This is because it has identified that particular buffalo is weak. So what I want you to do is, one, you need to become a stronger person inside. You need to start liking yourself. You need to think you're unique, you're beautiful, and you need to become stronger. When you start doing this every day, slowly you become stronger, then the body shaming comes down. And this is my experience, and I've practiced and helped thousands of people, thousands of my patients do this. And it's very, very important to practice this. So why is this so important? The reason it is important is we are all conditioned we get conditioned by our parents, by our relatives, friends, media, movies. So why do they do it? Say, for example, parents may say, okay, go and eat less. Don't do this. Eat less. Don't eat these snacks. Don't eat crisps. Don't eat chips. They keep doing this because that's all they know. So they're trying to be helpful. So you need to just excuse them and say that, okay, they're trying to be helpful and don't get affected. But then there may be a media, in media and movies, they try to portray someone who's got a higher body mass index as a comedian or as a joker. They put someone in the movie and they put them next to a hero. Why is that? There's a psychology behind it. And this is called self-preservation. When someone is very big and they've got a bigger body, the hero feels better. So it's called self-preservation. So human beings like to self-preserve. They try to feel protected. But they make use of the other person. And that is what you don't want to be a victim. So let me give you another example. So you're going in a road or on a highway and there's an accident. So there's a car crash and suddenly you find that there are hundreds of cars which have slowed down. People have got out of their cars and they're looking at the car crash. Why do people look at this? Do you know why people go and look at car crash? Why do people look at someone who has fallen down on the road? 90% of the time is not to help them. That's not the psychology. 90% of the time is go and look at the accident and they feel that, oh, I am okay. I am saved. That is called self-preservation. That is the animal instinct. So every one of us have got this psychology that we have to protect ourselves and we have to be safe. So when they look at an accident, when they look at a person who has fallen down, 90% of the people feel good that they are safe. They are self-preserved. And that's exactly with body shaming. When someone is trying to shame other person, they feel that they are okay, they are better. So don't fall victim. Don't give this opportunity to the person who is body shaming. You don't need to make them feel good. Don't try to make them feel good. You need to feel stronger. You need to not succumb to the comments. And that's very, very important. So I've got a question. I don't know how do I okay, I'll take questions later on, but let me finish this because it's a very important topic. So I'm going to finish this thing in the next 15 minutes, and then I'll tell you. I'll take up questions. So when you're watching movies, they say the comedians, especially in Tamil movies, I've seen a lot of Tamil movies where the comedian or the female or male comedian is slightly bigger. They got a higher body mass index. But that's just to increase the ego of the hero. That's all. Or the director must have had problems in his life. And these are the usual things. They have gone through certain pain in their life and they want to portray this. So first step, don't fall victim. Second step, you need to like yourself. You need to shout, I love myself, I'm unique. So that is the starting point. So why am I saying all these things? I'm an endocrinologist. Endocrinology is a science of study of hormones. Hormones are pituitary hormones, thyroid hormones, hormones produced by the adrenal gland, hormones produced by the ovaries, hormones produced by the testes, and all these hormones are involved in the day-to-day functioning of the body, hunger, weight. So it's a complex science. But in the last 25 years, what I've seen is people come to me and say, look, can I lose weight? I need to lose 30 kg, 40 kg. I said, that's all fine. But I asked them, how is it affecting you? So they come and say, oh, I can't wear nice dress. I can't go to a restaurant. There's a marriage coming. or I've got to go to a party, I need to wear nice dress. So basically what they're trying to tell me is they want to improve their body image. So they want to wear nice dress so they look good. But I tell them that out of the 7 billion population, the world population is 7 billion. 1 billion have got weight problem. 1 billion are either obese or overweight. And the next 10 years, there'll be 4 billion obese or overweight people. So half the population is going to be obese or overweight in the next 10 years. So it's the concept, it's how you're thinking. So I tell them, don't wait for you to lose 30 kg. Start today, start feeling good today. Wear a nice dress, even if it's slightly bigger, it's okay. But start being confident, go out. Because I've got patients who are very big and they're very confident. When they come to my clinic, they'll come for a thyroid problem. And when I tell them about weight, they'll say, oh, I'm very happy. I don't want to lose weight. So it is a subjective thing. Weight is a subjective thing. So one person may be very big and be very confident. Another person may be slightly overweight and be underconfident. So I have got girls who are coming to my clinic to say, oh, can I lose 2 kg? Only if I lose 2 kg, I'll be happy. So it's a subjective thing. So don't fall for it. You need to be happy, confident from today. And then you can start looking at your health. So psychology is more important. Your mindset is more important. So start today to feel good. Think, as I said, keep shouting. I tell my patients in London, when they're driving away from my clinic, keep shouting in the car. I'm the best, I'm the beautiful. That is when you start to change. Then your body starts to change. But if you don't change and you get affected by body shaming, say suppose you get affected, you're upset, someone has said something, someone has commented about your body shape, so about your dress. You know what happens? Your body produces more cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. More cortisol is produced. Your sleep is disturbed. Then other hormones are produced like adrenaline, noradrenaline. Then you become more hungry. Then you eat more. Then you put on more weight. Then it becomes a vicious cycle. Can you see that? So body shaming itself, you are affected, you can put on weight due to change in hormones. But if you are not affected, suppose you say, oh, forget it, I don't care. I'm good anyway. Then you will sleep well, there's less cortisol, less adrenaline, you will eat healthy, and you will lose weight and you will not have any obesity-related problems. So that is why don't succumb to the problem. Don't fall victim. Okay? So that's the main thing. And body shaming can be anybody can shame you for anything. Suppose you look too good, again you can be shamed. Suppose someone comes, and I see this a lot of times. So let me tell you a story. I had a doctor patient. She's a psychiatrist. So obviously a psychiatrist knows a lot about the mind. So she came to me to lose weight. So I helped her over 6 months. She lost about 30 kg weight and she was fine. And she started going back to the hospital, to the psychiatry ward. And because she looked so good, she started to dress differently. She started wearing pencil skirt, tight blouse, because she said, oh, it looks good. And the nurses and other doctors started to say, oh, you look so good. And she became the center of attraction. But then what happened was she couldn't take, that attention from so many people, everybody commenting, because she was weaker. Then quickly she came and told me, Raj, I'm going to eat more and put on the weight because I can't take all this attention. And she put back all the weight. Can you see this? It's a subjective thing. So I want you to be bold inside. Even if you become slim and you wear nice dress, there are people who will comment. So people will comment for everything. So don't become a victim. So why we become a victim? Because it's a conditioned mind. Conditioning is wrong. In our society, we get conditioned. I'll tell you my own story. So I was going, I left India 25 years ago. In those days, when I was a student, I used to go in auto or taxi. In those days, there was meter. Now there's no meter in the auto. So if I was going from Madurai station to Madurai Medical College, they'll take me in a different route. And I didn't have so much money. So I was always worried that this auto rickshaw driver will charge me more. So whenever I was sat in an auto, my heart used to race. I used to have palpitation. So that was how my mind was conditioned. Then when I went to London, even after 10 years after staying in London, I was noticing whenever I was in that taxi in London, my heart was racing and I was getting palpitation and I was getting uncomfortable. Then I realized, why am I doing it? Why am I getting upset, sat in a taxi? Then I recollected that is because I didn't have money. I was worried that the auto rickshaw driver will cheat me. But now I've got the money. Why am I worried? So when I was fighting against my own belief, and I got the solution. And the very next day, I didn't have all this palpitation. So the reason I'm telling this story is you need to analyze, you need to argue with yourself and find out why should you get upset? Why should you fall victim? When you fight against yourself, you get solutions. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about obesity. Okay, so obesity is increasing. As I said, it's increasing very rapidly, both in the developing world, it's becoming very, very high. Anything more than 30 body mass index is classified as obesity by the WHO. But for Indians, South Asians, more than 27.5 body mass index is obesity. Okay, so why am I talking about obesity? Yes, people are worried about body image, but I am a doctor, so I am more interested in increasing the lifespan. So if you lose weight, your lifespan will increase. You need to lose 100 kg or 50 kg. Even if you lose 10% body weight, you can see that we can increase your age lifespan to 90 years and 100 years. So slight decrease in weight can increase your lifespan significantly. So it is important. A lot of people are dietitians and healthy eating will help you, but mostly focus on not emotional eating. Emotional eating has to stop. So obesity is complex. It is not just reducing food intake, but it is also other things. So like sleep, emotional eating, exercise, gut bacteria. There are so many things involved. So it's very important not to say that it's only food. There's so many other factors involved. It is genetics, it is the gut bacteria, your pancreas, adipose tissue, other medications you are taking. So a lot of factors affect weight. It is not always food. It is several other factors. And these days we know psychology is an important factor. So you can see this one, you can't read it. The reason I put this is there are hundreds of reasons. There are hundreds of reasons why someone puts on weight. So don't blame anyone and tell them don't eat less, because there are other reasons also. So it could be food production, food consumption, the body, the biology of the body, individual psychology, influence from society. So all these matters. So why should you lose weight? We have talked about losing weight. With losing weight, your body image will get better. Okay, that is fine. But what need you understand is I'm more interested in the health. So that's why I help people. So if you're got high body mass index, it can lead to depression and anxiety. It can cause asthma, fatty liver, which can lead to cancer of the liver, stones in the gallbladder, infertility, incontinence of urine, arthritis, lot of cancers. Just increasing body mass index can cause cancer. Cancer of the breast, colon, rectum, uterus, esophagus, kidney, ovaries, pancreas, prostate. So all these cancers can be because of weight. People can get chronic back pain, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, thrombosis, heart attack, sleep apnea. So you can see that there are so many conditions affected by obesity. So if you're looking to lose weight to improve your health, but don't get upset if you're slightly bigger. Once you're happy inside, automatically you will start to follow healthy lifestyle and you will lose weight. So what are the things you can do to lose weight? First step, you need to find out if you are a volume eater. Do you eat big portions or are you a grazer? You know, grazer, like cows grazing, they eat little by little throughout the day. So some people are grazers, they don't eat properly, they are rushing. So because they're rushing, they're eating small amount of snacks and that can make them put on weight. Next is speed of eating. You need to reduce the speed of eating. Taste is very important. We are always looking for tasty food. But the problem is tasty food has got more salt, more sugar, more fat. So you need to think how to not always change your taste sensation. Try to get to new tastes. Try to experiment with new food. So it's very important to change your taste sensation. Understand your hunger pattern. There are 7 different types of hunger. Unless you understand the hunger, it's going to be very difficult to lose weight. Sleep is very, very important. Sleeping at the right time can help you lose weight. But people always look at their mobile phones, they look at YouTube videos, they spend a long time and they upset their sleep. And if you upset your sleep, it's very difficult to lose weight. And the last is altered hormones. It's important to make sure all your hormones are fine. So it's very difficult to go through the whole of obesity management in half an hour, but I've just given you a gist. Okay. So what I'm going to do is last slide. I'm going to do a summary, and then the best thing is I'll take questions. So the summary is, don't criticize other people for body shaming. Don't criticize the media. You need to think about yourself. Okay? And don't blame yourself. And I want you to uncondition your mind. So again, I'll tell you one small story. It's very important. There is a well, okay? And there is a lot of frogs in the well. And now summer has come. So the water is drying up. So what happens to the frogs? They're going to die. So all the frogs start to jump and they want to come to the ground from the well. So all the frogs keep jumping because they're worried that they're going to die and the water is drying up. So the frogs keep jumping and then a lot of frogs die. Then the mother frog and the father frog is there. They also keep jumping. Then the father frog and the mother frog, they also stop. But there's one small frog, it keeps jumping. And the mother and father say, please don't jump, it's waste. We are all going to die. Or if the rain comes, then we will survive. So please don't jump, stop jumping. But this frog keeps jumping and jumping, and it keeps, for a few days, it keeps jumping. And at one point, it just hits the ground and it comes to the normal ground, and there are other frogs from different families. So they all ask, how did you come out of the well? And everyone is surprised. Everybody, your father, mother, they're all inside the well. But how did you jump out? This small frog, little frog, is not saying anything. Then they found out that this little frog is deaf. So it didn't listen to anybody. Because it was deaf, it could achieve and it became successful. So the moral of the story is, don't condition your brain to useless talks. Don't condition your brain to social media. Become deaf, like this frog who became successful and saved its life. So everything we do today, how you talk, how you behave, how you dress, is because of influence from other people. And how you feel about yourself is also influence from other people. So you need to become deaf to all these things. You can achieve what you want in life. If you're deaf, just think and listen to yourself, like yourself, love yourself, because you're unique, better your best. And that should be your goal. Okay, so this what I want to do is I want to continue to help. So if someone is interested in body shaming, learning about obesity, there are a lot of channels we have got. We got our own YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook. We can send you information. So you can copy this number and then get in touch with us and we can support you. But the most important thing is you need to feel good about yourself. You need to think I am the best and I'm unique. And that is the way to success. This is my 30 years of experience in this field. Okay, what I'll do is I'll stop here and then I'll take questions if there are any. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you all. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Is there any questions?
Thank you, sir, for an informative, knowledgeable, and alluring session. I hope everyone would have been with today's topic. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst. Sir, can we ask questions, sir?
Sorry? Yeah, you can ask questions, but I think I've got one question on the chat box from Bhargavi. Should I answer that question? So there's one question from Bhargavi. She has asked how to overcome addiction to body imaging. Okay, so the addiction is, when you say addiction, you need to explain what when your addiction is. Are you upset with someone with body imaging or you are body shaming? So addiction to, I need Bhargavi, if you can type and let me know what exactly you mean. Is it because you're worried, you're upset by someone body shaming? If that is the case, the first step you need to think is you need to tell yourself that the other person is having a problem. I am unique. And you need to keep repeating it every day. You need to visualize that you are the best and you're unique. When you start to introspect and you start to challenge your belief system, slowly that thing will get out. So you should first think that the other person is wrong. I am unique. I've got a unique genes. You know, everybody has got different genes. So we are all unique. Everybody can't be the same. We are not robots. We are all human beings. We are all unique, beautiful human beings. So that is the first step to get over it. So any questions?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. I have one more question. Should I ask you?
Yeah.
Is there any relation between bullying and body shaming?
Please come again, repeat it.
Yeah, is there any relation between bulimia nervosa and body shaming?
Bulimia nervosa and body shaming. Yeah, absolutely. So whenever they get affected, so bulimia, anorexia nervosa, there are all types of eating disorders. So people, even from the childhood, when they are told that you have to be slim is good, then they slowly start to get this mind is conditioned, and they think that food is bad. If they eat food, they will immediately put on weight, and they will become, they will not look good, and so and then they stop eating food. And even when they eat food, when they eat a lot of food, they become very sick. They want to induce vomiting because they're worried that they'll put on weight. So there's a very close relationship. Body shaming can trigger eating disorder. And eating disorder is a very serious mental health problem. So it's very important not to become victim. And this is what I have been repeating again and again. The first step is avoid becoming a victim. Otherwise, the next step is you'll eat less. You'll restrict your food. But then you'll restrict it so much, then you become anorexic. So it's very important. That's a very good question. So body shaming could be even the first step towards a more serious eating disorder like bulimia and anorexia nervosa. Yes, you're right.
Sir?
Okay.
Sir, can I ask a question, sir?
Yeah, carry on.
Yes, sir. Can you suggest any idea to overcome the mental stress, sir?
Okay. So just give me one example of what do you mean by mental stress? Just give one example.
Sir, due to body shaming and all these disorders, we are stressed. We are getting into an stress state, sir. So how to overcome this, sir?
Okay. So let me just give you an example. Okay. So someone is saying, oh, you need to lose weight. Your dress is too tight for you. Okay. It's just that is someone comments. So you feel upset that someone has commented that, okay, my dress is too tight. I don't look good. So, and you go home and you get very upset. You want to lose weight and your sleep is disturbed. And then sometimes you skip your meals. Then you don't eat for a few days. Then you become hungry. Then you go eat more. So this is the usual stress. And stress is a subjective thing. First, I want to classify what is stress. Stress is subjective. The same comment, if someone else says, some other girl is told the same thing, that girl will say, oh, I don't care, get lost. But some people will get very affected. So stress, the first thing to remember is stress is a subjective thing. So you are getting stressed because you are very sensitive. But the other girl may not get stressed because the other girl thinks, I don't care. So the first step, if you want to avoid getting into the stress of body image shaming, is to first think, I don't care. Once you start caring, that is when the stress comes. You need to care about your own self. So if someone is commenting, you cannot care. Because more you get stressed, the other person is going to tease you more. But when you don't care, when you laugh it out and go, you slow, that is the first step. Don't get affected. So start focusing on your health and think, okay, these people are commenting, I don't care, but I'm just going to look after my health. And just think, okay, you need to visualize. There's something called visualization. So every day before going to bed for 30 seconds, visualize that you are looking good, you are healthy. Don't think about the shape or all that. Just look healthy and happy. Shape is different. As I told you, everybody has got different shape. It's because of the genetics. You can't change your genetics. You need to accept, I am unique, I'm beautiful. You need to keep saying this, but for 30 seconds, visualize yourself that you're happy and healthy. Happiness is more important than body image or anything. So you need to be happy, and acceptance is very important. Start doing that first. Visualize. If someone wants to know more, there is a thing on YouTube about the secrets. I don't know if you have seen that episode on Netflix or YouTube called The Secrets. So go and watch it, The Secrets. So where you can improve. So that is one technique to improve your happiness. So the answer to your question is reducing stress is not to get affected by reinforcing. If you keep saying, I am good, I like myself, I'm beautiful, slowly that becomes the truth. So there is a thing saying that if you keep faking it, you make it. Fake it to make it. So keep repeating. That is how most successful people become. They don't have anything, but they keep faking it. They say, oh, I am the best, I am the best. Then they become the best. I think we should have another session so that I can go into further details. Okay, Irfana, is that your answer? Have you got your answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So as I said, if anybody wants to continuously, you need more information, more support with body shaming, you should contact that phone number, which I mentioned before, and then we'll support you. Where is that phone number? See, this is the number, and we need constant help because it's very important. It's very important to get over this. The reason I say this is, if you can get over body shaming, you'll immediately become healthy. If you are healthy, your family will become healthy. If the family is healthy, the country becomes healthy. So it's very, very important to fight all these things and not encourage body shaming. People should form groups to discourage body shaming. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you once again, Mahalakshmi Madam, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for answering our question patiently. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It's the spark that lights the fire of joy in your soul. Now I call upon Seherin Tabasam to propose.
Good morning to one and all present here. It's an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank our chief guest for the day on behalf of the department, Nutrition, Food Service Management and Dietetics. Srimati Devkunbar, Nananal Bhatt, Vaishnav College, Foruman, Krompet. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the chief guest, Dr. Raj, consulting physician in diabetes, obesity and endocrine, the London Obesity and Endocrine Clinic, and our proud alumna of our college, Ms. Varsha, specialist dietitian. Thank you for inspiring us with your informative words on this special day. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to the management, our respected Madam Principal, Dr. R. Geeta, and our beloved Senior Vice Principal Madam, Dr. C. Victoria Priscilla, Dean of New Age Sciences and Technology, Dr. Subhashini Ma'am, and Mrs. Mahalakshmi Ma'am, Head of the Department, Nutrition, Food Service Management and Dietetics, and all the faculty members of the department for their constant support and guiding us in a successful way. Last but not the least, I must mention deep sense of appreciation and big thanks to all my beloved students for their hard work and sincerity, who were the pillars of strength and support throughout the program. Thank you.